Raven.
And I'm Farinir, and this is the podcast where we try to answer the question, can two creatives really break free from the 9-to-5 grind and find success in a more fulfilling creative life?
Woo.
How are we doing?
I'm good. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I've had a wonderful week. Life is good, and I couldn't be better.
We've had a very busy week, haven't we?
Had a very busy week. We had a lovely little trip. We went to London. I'm sure we mentioned that last time, but we had a wonderful little whirlwind trip, 3 blissful days away.
Felt longer than 3 days, didn't it? Because we did so much. And
I worked out we walked 20 miles over those 3 days. Yeah.
Well, we did 23 steps on the 2 full days we were there, and then 8,000 on the half day. So that's someone can do the maths. How many steps from us? But very good. Very good. Too many. Yes, definitely. No, it was really fun. It was like a much needed break. I feel like before we went away, I was not feeling burnt out, but just a little bit like there were so many things going on at one time that I was sort of juggling everything at once, and I just needed like a little reset. Yeah. Just a little pause, a little change of scenery, and then back at it. You know. It
worked. We had wonderful food. We went to see the Nier Orchestral Concert. Absolutely mesmerising.
That was stunning.
Wonderful.
Stunning.
We had such a good time. We waited to buy some merch before the show, and we finally got our merch with 1 minute left before show start time. So we had to run through
a 40-minute queue, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It didn't look like that long, but we were there for 40 minutes in the end, waiting.
It's quite a while.
And then we left from the merch queue to get in with 1 minute before it was meant to start.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it started like 2 minutes late.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's normally they're like really bang on.
We sat down, and within a minute the lights went down.
Literally
like
taking our coats off. It started playing. So yeah, thankfully we got there in time.
A 40-minute queue is nothing compared to a 2-hour queue, right?
Right. So if you are on TikTok and you like anything Sanrio or cute or just, you know, little fun themed things to do around in the UK, you will have known that there is a Hello Kitty cafe that popped up in London. That just happened to be close to where we were going to the concert and our hotel. And we love Hello... Well, I say we love Hello Kitty. I love Hello Kitty.
Yeah,
so we were going to go. And I was looking on TikTok beforehand. And I was like, you know, just looking at the queues and stuff. We got there. 2-hour queue minimum. So it had like from this point it was 1 hour, from this point it was 2 hour, and then the queue extended back by like that amount again behind the 2 hour. They didn't have a 3 hour mark, but it looked like from the people between each one there would have been like 3 hours. And we both just sort of looked at each other and were like, you know what? There's a Starbucks around the corner. Yeah. I think we'll just like skip this for now. Like we didn't really have much planned that day, but I also didn't really want to stand for 2 hours in a queue for a piece of cake that had a Hello Kitty sticker on it. Like I like Hello Kitty, but
cake elsewhere, didn't we
did. We had cake every day in London, at least once a day.
That's why it was the best trip.
I think that is the sign of a good holiday. Cake every day. It's very good.
Day.
Very, very good. Sorry, I didn't meet my frame. My bad.
How unprofessional.
I know.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Probably only had it on so I could hear notifications from you earlier. So at least it's for a good reason.
I'll let you all.
But yeah, we had a very nice time.
Yep.
Shame about the queue for the Hello Kitty cafe, but we went and had we had cake elsewhere. We went to like a Danish bakery.
I can't remember the name. It was like Ollenstein or something.
Yeah,
something like that.
That was good. Expensive, really fucking expensive. Yeah. But very, very nice. And we had we went to a patisserie on the edge of our hotel road, which did an amazing cake.
That was really
what was the cake on the first day?
I don't remember.
Oh, the Italian.
The Italian, yes.
The Italian.
That was good cake. That was real good cake. Oh.
We could just do a podcast on the food that we eat.
We could.
We eat a lot of it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Try that.
But now we are back to work. Back to business. So what have we been up to?
First of all, we'll think back to last week. We've done so much. And I was away last weekend. So I was away from Friday to Sunday. Had 1 day back at home Monday, which was the pack. And then we were away Tuesday, Thursday. Then I've been back for the weekend where we've been unpacking and like catching up on everything. So I've actually been away like the same amount as I've been here. So trying to go back to last week, we started doing some more sort of community engagement stuff. For this year, we've decided for everyone who follows or subscribes, we're going to get a jar and fill it with paper stars for each person. So if you are a follower, you get like a plain coloured one. If you're on YouTube, I'll put a little star here, or you might put a picture of all the ones we can do. Either one you want.
Put the list up.
But this is the little plain stars that each follower will get. And then if you subscribe, you get a little coloured one that's got a pattern on it. I don't know if I can show you. There you go.
Cute.
It's got a little pattern on it, which is very cute. And so we've got that as a prompt that we've made, a command, sorry, not prompt, a command in Twitch where you put exclamation star or stars, and it comes up with the two different options that's linked to, how do you say it? Imager?
Yeah, Imager.
Yeah, that's how you say it, isn't it? I always think Imager, but no, that's not right. That's linked to an Imager account that has pictures of the colours you can have. And so then what I do for every person who follows or subscribes, you get a star, I pop your name on the inside, make it into a little star, and done. Into the jar it goes. And it's just a nice little way to visually represent, I don't know what I was going with that. All the followers and subscribers we get this year. But we're also including like a few regulars from like last year. Like if they're around a lot, you can have stuff for this year because, you know, it counts. You might follow and then like never watch anything of ours for a year. So
yeah, that's
anyone who's also just like a regular from last year can also get one. But it's like just a nice little, a little incentive, a little thanks, a little, you know, because like there's, obviously we can offer like the entertainment there and then, but you know, there's kind of, it's kind of hard for things to offer like otherwise. That's like a show of gratitude or something. So this is just like a nice little thing for us, a nice little thing for everyone else. Just have your little name on a star as a big thank you, and we'll keep it forever and treasure it, and hopefully do it every year until. It's hard because it's nice to do it, but hopefully it will get to a point where it's unrealistic to do it because we'll have too many.
Yep. Or I might have to change to only be subscribers rather than
followers. It might have to only be subscribers.
That's how it'll end up happening.
Yeah. Well, hopefully even that gets out of hand, you know?
That
you
would
never
be nice.
know. You never know. But yeah, it's just a nice little idea for now. So at the end of each month, I'll make them all in one go, I think. But it's a bit quicker to just do it all in one go. But yeah, it's a nice little thing. And then we've also been doing thumbnails for the YouTube series, which has now launched, which I was thinking about. It's a bit mad because only 2 weeks have passed. But since last Sunday, we said at the end of the episode for people to go to YouTube tomorrow to see the first episode. And then obviously the 2 weeks have been out, so the 2 Mondays. Yep. And then the third one is tomorrow. So even though it's only been 2 weeks, we've had the third episode tomorrow, which made my brain go a little bit like, what? But yeah, that's going to be, we've already got some analytics from that, which Farah and I will go over in a moment.
Oh, yes.
But I've been making the thumbnails for that, and it's been going pretty well.
Very well.
Pretty good.
You did it so fast, and they look amazing. I was so happy with them.
A little quick bit on that. I used Canva. You can use Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, whatever you want, really. But Canva, it's nice and quick and easy. You can save brands to it. I like it. You can access it from everywhere. That's the other thing. When making stuff on Adobe, unless you save it to the cloud, which is a bit of a ball ache, you can't edit it from elsewhere. As this, I could edit thumbnails whilst I was away visiting family. So it meant whilst you were at home editing, I could be away making the thumbnails. So
I can just download it instantly.
Yeah, so we can log in from
efficient.
anywhere. So yeah, Canva, we use Canva for that. Brilliant, really helpful. We do have Canva Premium, but for a long time we did have the free version, and it's still brilliant. So whatever is within your budget, we use that, and they're all branded to us. The game is for Super Mario Wonder. And yeah, they came out really well. I didn't really go into it with much of a plan. I just thought, like, I'm just going to mess around until I find something I like. And it worked. Like, the first mock-up I did, you were like...
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. That one. So that was really great. It's nice when that happens in design, because sometimes you can make things 20 times over and you hate all of them. As we both looked at it and went...
Yep.
That'll do.
That'll do nicely.
That'll do.
Yeah, really good.
And the other thing that I will just mention is that we used Canva for like the background remover as well. So you can get background remover on like pretty much any editing app these days. But I consistently, surprisingly, find Canvas to be one of the best, which you
really
wouldn't think would be the case compared to like Photoshop, for example. But Canva does a far cleaner job more consistently than Photoshop does. So if you have any issues with background removing, do try Canva because it's pretty decent. I really
Very
like
good.
it. It even picked up like all my like piercing, like
the little gaps between the hairs.
Yeah, it's really good.
Detailed.
It's like I find that Photoshop can sometimes cut things out too jagged, too like clean cut, too kind of fake. As Canva is very soft, very it's just like kind of feathered edge to it, which looks far more natural for overlaying onto things. So yeah, that was all very good. And I will pass my ramblings over to you for our YouTube stats and how that's going.
So,
to you.
Thank you very much. So, we've obviously mentioned quite a few times over the past few episodes that I've been editing the Super Mario stuff endlessly. And it's finally out now. I've finally done it. Oh my God, it's a relief. It feels really good to have it done and have it finally scheduled and posting. We've posted the first 2 episodes already. So they go live every Monday. So the first 2 episodes are up, with a 3rd one tomorrow, like we mentioned. And we've also got highlight clips for each episode. So it's like little highlights from the episode or a particular moment we want to highlight. And they go live on Thursdays as a like build up towards the next episode sort of thing. We're posting them in 3 places primarily at the moment. We've got YouTube, TikTok and Instagram. We also post it to Twitter and Facebook, but those just don't function the same way, really, do they?
They're not imagery based platforms.
No.
So not only is it unrealistic to expect them to perform the same way, but different content performs differently everywhere.
Exactly.
So yeah, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok kind of all go under the same video thing.
Yeah.
But as we'll see, they do not perform the same way.
They do not,
despite being very similar in functionality.
No. So yes. I'm just going to take a little deep dive into how some of our shorts have performed across those 3 main platforms so far. So, let's have a look. YouTube. We only have 12 subscribers on YouTube because we haven't really used it so far, honestly. We post the video version of the podcast up there, but we've never really advertised it or pushed people towards it yet until we got this stuff rolling.
Thank you, 12 people who may be listening to this when it gets released.
It was 4.
It was 4 when we started posting the Mario series.
So we've had 8 since we started. So that's already a nice little start. Yeah. It's clearly doing something, which is good. So the first video had 49 views. And that's as of now. So it's been like 2 weeks and it's had 49 total. The second short had 116 views, so that's a good trend.
Doubled.
That's doubled.
Pretty good.
The third one, the most recent one, I expected to do about the same. It hit double. Yeah, it hit double the second one very quickly, and then it kept going.
It hit double. Well, I think you said 17 minutes.
Yeah, if that.
Because you were downstairs cooking
like
and you were messaging me, and it was within the like teen numbers.
Yeah, that was it. By the time I'd finished posting on the 2 other platforms, it had already done more than the second one. So it's currently at 1,239 views. So that's like 10 times more than the second one. So I was hoping for a nice, upwards steady trajectory on it. But now this third one's just gone mad. It's suddenly really picked up steam.
Can I make a pretty analytics tracker for all our social media?
Absolutely. Yes. Please.
Yes.
So
what I've been
it's done
for.
really well. So I'm really happy with that. TikTok. We have 149 followers on that one, so far more followers on there than we have subscribers on YouTube, which you'd think would make some kind of difference. So let's have a look. The first video did, and bearing in mind this is exactly the same clip, just shared on the other platform.
Yeah, and the text is the same, everything. Like everything is the exact same, music, everything.
Exactly. So let's see how it compares. The first short has 289 views, so that's like over 5 times more than YouTube for the first one.
YouTube did, yeah.
Number 2 has 262.
Slightly
so
less.
That's actually a slight drop compared to the first one, but still over double what the YouTube one has. So far, TikTok's winning. The third one, the most recent one, 994. So again, a really sharp jump for the third one.
Really sharp jump, yeah.
But lower than YouTube. So,
but not by tons. They were totally neck and neck for the first 24 hours. It was literally like one went up 2, one went up 3, one went up 4, 1, 2. Like it was just constant, like chasing each other.
They were neck and neck.
Over the past day, they've separated a little bit.
Yeah,
but
YouTube
still
seems to have longer legs. That's it. It just keeps on tracking. So that's really good. Now, Instagram, where we have 674 followers. So obviously that one's going to be the best, right? So the first short has 109. So it's better than YouTube, but
middle
far
ground
less
between
than
the two.
TikTok.
But between the two, so not terrible.
Exactly. Short number 2 has 180. So again, middle, more than YouTube, but less than TikTok. The third one, 211. So, to be fair, that is a steady trajectory across Instagram. You've got 109, then 180, then 211. So it's an upward curve, that makes sense. But again, that is still far less than YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah, just to quickly go over those numbers again, just the highlight of that. For the one that performed the best, YouTube, 12 subscribers, 1,239 views. Instagram, which has 674 followers, 211 views. So that is like a very, very big difference. And I think pretty much anyone who uses social media at the moment will know that Instagram, the algorithm, I don't know what they're doing with it, but it's not working for anyone. I've got friends who have like small business accounts where they've got like thousands upon thousands and thousands and thousands of followers on there, and generally on social media a 10% engagement rate compared to your followers is good. And they'll have something like 12,000 followers and they'll have 3 people like something because the algorithm just doesn't work there. So we're very much experiencing that same thing. We have more followers on Instagram than anywhere else, but our content's just not being viewed. That's not those numbers aren't likes, they're not comments, they are just views. They are people who are seeing it, not people who are engaging with it. So the fact that our little YouTube 12 got into the 1,000s and 600 on Instagram got to 211 is quite, a clear,
it's a big
clear
difference, isn't it? So
I mean, because we're already making the content, we're going to continue to put it everywhere. Because actually, we did say that we've got to come back to this.
Yes.
Last time with the analytics.
I remember.
The change. I'll go over that in a second. But it's still worth putting it everywhere because we're already making the content, we're already editing everything, writing everything. It seems silly to not post it everywhere we can. But there is a big difference in what performs well and what doesn't. But quickly, just going back to last episode, if I'm on the right account, that's not going to help, is it? Green Fay Raven, there I am. Okay, so last time we had said that our London trip video for mushroom hunting reel was on something like 200 views.
We mocked it.
Within that, yeah, because I think TikTok was on something like 600, 700.
It was way ahead.
Yeah, within that day, it jumped up to 700. We don't know why. We didn't share it anywhere. We didn't do anything. We mentioned it in the podcast and that was it. And we only had 4 subscribers at the time. So, it wasn't the podcast that made that big jump. Literally, for whatever reason, it went from 200 views to 700 within the space of about 5 hours and then just stopped again.
Weird, wasn't it? It had a sudden boost out of
No
nowhere.
extra followers, no comments, nothing. Just went up by 500. And yeah, nothing's happened since. That hasn't happened again since. But yeah, just so we chuck that in there. Those numbers we said last time after we were mocking Instagram on how it doesn't work. It did go up, but we don't know why.
No.
And it's nothing has come from it. So it just, but we thought we'd just mention that happened because, that's the thing. That it is unpredictable. So yeah, it's worth posting everywhere, but not putting too much on it. And that's the other thing, don't feel bad if your content's not doing well. Because if you weren't posting everywhere, like if we hadn't posted on TikTok, on YouTube, a video wouldn't have got to 1,000. If we'd only put it on Instagram, we would have gone, only got 211, that's a shame.
Yeah.
But on YouTube, it's gone extra 1,000. So,
that's it.
It's all perspective, isn't it?
That's it.
I mean, at least they're all going upwards.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it's just very interesting to see how it all pans out when it's all the same
still
content.
very early days at the moment, isn't it? But so far, it looks like a clear sign towards if you want to get your content in front of more eyeballs, YouTube and TikTok definitely have an advantage over Instagram. But we'll keep an eye on that and see how it goes in the further ones. And hopefully it'll be a nice, steady upward trend. If the next one comes out and gets 200, I'm going to be very sad after this lovely little spike we've had for the third one. So yeah, really hoping that carries on the trend.
And we are still consistently trying to make content around our highlights as well for YouTube. We haven't yet started putting content that's like, I don't know what you call it, the reels that we make for Instagram and TikTok that are about us just going about our lives, doing fun things, going to conventions. We've not started putting that more sort of blog style content onto YouTube yet, because a lot of it has music that goes with it, and we are yet to crack how people are putting TikTok content onto YouTube with like trending music without getting copyright strikes. I've like done a deep dive into it, and I've like learned about it before from like doing marketing executive, all that sort of thing. But there is no definitive answer, so we could just try risking it, but we also don't want to risk it too much. We're thinking of maybe we're sort of thinking of maybe making a dummy account and just testing them on there.
It is a minefield, because everything officially says don't do that, because
don't do
if
that.
it's not,
literally, you open YouTube Shorts for 5 seconds and it's like trending song, like copyrighted music from games, and you know, like it's none of it's really like original audio. Nearly all of it has copyright music in it, but without copyright claims. So I don't know how that's happening. If you know more about that, do let us know. If you've got an article we can look at, it'd be really helpful, because it's like a bit of a minefield, and we are on the side of caution because we don't want to mess things up really early on.
No, we don't want to get our account banned straight away.
No. But yeah, interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, but so far I'm enjoying it. I've had a real good time. I feel like I'm learning a lot. A real good time. Lovely. So, speaking of what we've learned so far, I'll leave this next point to you.
Can you scroll that down a bit? I can't see the little text. My camera's like right covering.
There we go.
Thank you. So yeah, the takeaway from all of this, just to summarise, is that YouTube and TikTok far outperform Instagram, despite us having more followers on Instagram. And we've had that account the longest as well, so we're like more grounded there, I think is the word. More well known, more established. That's the word.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting. And the analytics really showed that a lot of people drop off pretty fast due to the high speed nature of video formats. I'm sure everyone gets home from work, opens Instagram, and it's like reel, just scrolling through it. We all do it. We know that. And it's a pain from the other side of that, because it's hard to get your message across within 3-second attention span. So the options are, we could go for a bit of like a 10 to 15 second video for perhaps Instagram the most, where it's like just the peak of the highlight and only that. Or the alternative is that we get the punchline of the video, which might be like a 3-second clip, put that at the beginning, and then have the rest of it after. So it's giving you like the highlight, like the highlight of the highlight, and then playing the full clip, because a lot of content does that. So we're gonna probably experiment with this and come back. I reckon we'd have to do 3 to 5 videos like that to be able to get like a record of how it benefits. But yeah, we will test this out, and if we notice a clear difference in how they perform, we'll let you know. But for now, they're not working. I just think we could probably make improvements.
Yeah, definitely.
So far, they're all on the like upward. So I'm happy with that.
So far, I'm definitely happy with the trend we've got going on. It's all going upwards. It's doing better each time we put one up.
Yeah.
So when the new one goes up on Thursday, hopefully that'll carry on the trend, and hopefully the full episodes will start getting some views as well, because they haven't done as well as the shorts, but that's to be expected.
Yeah. I mean, how long are each episode? It's like 20 minutes.
20 to 35 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's...
But if you think about, like, just for us personally, we probably watch 1, maybe 2 YouTube videos a day that are like 20 to 30 minutes long. But how many like reels do we watch a day? You know,
exactly,
so
far more.
You know, it's not. We're not shocked or put off by this. It's like, less people have 30 minutes to sit down and watch us, and more people have 30 seconds. So that makes sense, you know. So
it was weirdly low then, I just realised.
Really low.
Not anymore.
Oh.
So yeah, that's all good. So now that we're getting more deep into the realms of YouTube, I've started looking to other things related to that. So you might remember, if you've been with us for a while, that in our earlier episodes we spent quite a long time looking through the requirements to reach affiliate status on Twitch, and we hit that target. It was really satisfying. And So now that we've finally got our Let's Play Mario series up on YouTube, we thought, let's take a little look at what's required to start making money through YouTube. And it's hard. It's so much harder than it is on Twitch. The difference is pretty astonishing.
Had you looked at this before? I know that you,
I had
a long time ago
ago,
had done
yeah.
YouTube. Yeah, so I'd looked at this before, but that was literally in 2017, where I used to just upload art videos. That was literally just videos of me painting. That was before we even had TikTok. I don't even think... we didn't have reels then. No, I think we had video, but like not reels. I remember looking at this, and it was hard then, but it's gone up a lot since I last looked. So I was surprised by this as well. Yeah, it is tough.
It is.
But I guess when you've got so many people applying, you've got to
exactly.
make
It makes some sense. So I thought we'd just take some time and talk about those requirements with you, just so everyone's on the same page and you all know the struggle that we have ahead. So if you intend to make money as a YouTuber, what you will require is 500 subscribers. Now, that's not a gigantic amount, to be fair. It's doable. It's doable.
That's fine.
Like, that doesn't make me lose hope straight away. That's doable. You need 3 video uploads in the last 90 days.
Easy.
Now, that one is weirdly easy. That
It was
one's like
on Twitch,
insultingly
though, wasn't it?
easy. Yeah.
Twitch had one that was like, it would be hard to not
so you do it
that.
in a day.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I don't know why that one's even there, because it's so easy. Like, we did that in a week. And you need one of the following. So you've got 2 options. You only need one of these 2. And this is the killer. You need 3,000 public watch hours over the last year. So you need people to have watched your content for 3,000 hours. That's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. Or, if that's too much for you, you can have 3 million short views over the last 90 days.
That is insane.
So that's 3 million views in 3 months.
No, so with the 3,000 public watch hours, at least that's over a year, because that is one person watching 100 videos.
Yeah.
So that's a bit, like, it's still a lot, but it's more, you could imagine it. Or that's 3 people watching 33 videos.
Yeah.
You know, there's YouTubers that I do watch every single one of the videos. So that's like
doable.
But the 3 million views in 90 days?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's
the one that made me stop and go, oh, ow.
How many average views is that per day?
I don't even think. Try and work it out while I talk through the next point if you want.
Oh, that's 30 million. That's not the number we want.
Oh, so yeah, that is hardcore, that is. So I don't know how long it would take to get to that point. I think so far with our shorts that we've put up and the video so far, we've got like 11, 12 hours. So we still need like another 2,988 hours. Which might get easier over time if things keep snowballing and building. But it's still a lot when you start off. It is a lot. So it's not something you're going to be able to do overnight. Let's put it that way. It's going to take hard work and dedication.
My maths isn't very good, but I think that's 33,000 views a day.
Bloody hell. Yeah, that could be about right. That sounds like it would check out.
Yeah.
Oof.
So yeah, because it's 3 million. So that's 33,000 views per day minimum for 90 days.
We better get working. God, that's hardcore.
We gotta start putting videos of Joey up, aren't we?
Definitely. Joey's always a secret weapon.
Or just have one video that does very, very well.
That's it. You get one viral smash hit. You might be all right.
Exactly.
You can't depend on that, though.
No.
That's the problem. So, once you've done these ridiculous requirements, what you can do with that is you become a YouTube partner, and that gives you the ability to set up memberships. So your viewers can pay a monthly fee to view your content, view exclusive content, and things like fan-only streams, that sort of stuff. So it's like a VIP space, sort of like Patreon. A lot of times that's kind of interchangeable. A lot of people do both.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. That's good. You can get super chats and super stickers. So during live streams and premieres and stuff, people can use a super chat to, let's say, highlight one of their messages. So as a creator, you get money for that, and the message pops up as like a priority sort of thing. So the creator is bound to see it and read it out. And you also get super stickers, which is basically the same, but animated image will show up on the screen instead.
Similar system to that Twitch has.
Yeah.
Really, it's
similar
along the
sort
same
of
lines.
thing with like custom emotes.
Same
and everything,
vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, and so that's fair. And you can also connect your merch store to promote on YouTube as well.
That's nice, actually.
So through that, you can start making money in all those ways. But unlike Twitch, what is missing is ad revenue. So let's make this even worse. To reach the next tier of membership, tell us what we would need.
So the next step is for ads. So to get money from all the wonderful ads that you see between every 20 seconds on YouTube these days, you need to have 1,000 subscribers. So still not terrible, definitely getting up, but it's not horrible. When we're at like 670 on Twitch since September. So, that's okay. And then you need one of the following: 4,000 public watch hours over the last year, or 10 million shorts views over 90 days, the last 90 days.
That's ridiculous.
So we're going from 3 million in 90 days to 10 million.
Now, do you know what's crazy here for me? So 1,000 subscribers is double what's required in the previous one of 500. So that's double.
Yeah.
The public watch hours is a third more.
Yeah.
That's an extra 1,000. So you've got double of one, a third more of the other. And then the other one is an extra 7 million. That's
7 million.
That's like 3 times more.
You know what?
It's like they've just made that number up. They've just pulled it out of their ass. I don't understand where that came from.
I follow like a lot of people on social media that range from everything from like comedy to like fashion creators, makeup brands, like people who go and do like PR and like, just the widest range of people, right? I, on the top of my head, can't think of anyone who would get 10 million in 90 days.
It is an
like
excessive amount.
maybe like one or two that are on TikTok, but YouTube?
No.
10 million.
It's mad, isn't it?
That's a lot. Like, you'd have to be, that's like Mr. Beast and like PewDiePie numbers. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I think of the big creators that I watch on YouTube, and I'm like, none of them do that.
No.
They do like half that, easy, but 10 million, like,
it's crazy. Eesh. And the popular belief is that YouTubers make their money through ads, but looking at this, most of them probably don't, because it takes so far to get to that tier in the first place that you've got to spend a long, long time doing it, not making a penny from ads. Which is crazy.
And isn't the YouTube subscription to not get ads now like £12 a month?
Yeah.
Which is higher than Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah.
And Disney.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's higher than free, isn't it?
It's more expensive than all of them.
Just to not watch ads.
Just to not get ads. Ridiculous.
Sus.
It really is.
I watch ads out of spite on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're uploading this to YouTube. We love you, really. But come on, 12 quid. Like, rein it in a little bit. Oh, he yawning. Not yawning. Snoring.
Joey is snoring.
Oh, we should have put Joey
really loudly in the background. Oh, we should have.
Oh, look at his little foot.
Oh, we'll stick him on at the end. Don't worry.
Oh, precious baby.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh, dear. Cat owners understand how easily distracted you are if there's a cute cat snoring.
I work from home. Let's take off track there. I work from home. I reckon I would get 50% more work done if I worked in an office. Not because I'd be with my co-workers, but because I wouldn't have the cat here. Mm-hmm. He just sits on the bed behind a monitor. His little face, his little tiny face, just looking at me. I have to go up every minute and just squish him.
Yeah.
Like all you get when you're at work is pictures of him. Me going, look at him. It's the exact same picture of him.
Yeah,
like,
it's the same picture every time, but I love it every time, so it's fine. So coming back to our main point. Keeping an eye on the time there. So the requirement for each of these is far, far higher than it was for Twitch. So it is going to be a huge challenge to get there, and it will take a lot longer. I think with Twitch we smashed it in a month, but this is going to take quite a lot longer.
Sorry, just to quickly interrupt you. Does that public hours watch, does that include live streaming on...
No. I don't believe it does.
So live streaming doesn't even come into that.
It also doesn't cover any boosted videos as well. So if you pay to promote anything, that's taken out.
So live streaming then doesn't even come into this.
Not as far as I know.
If you just live streamed, maybe it does. But from like just this page we've got,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like it comes into it.
No.
Wow.
That's it.
That's hardcore. That's even worse.
It is.
Sorry, continue.
So the main priority is still to promote our content and guide people towards our Twitch streams, but we will be keeping an eye on the YouTube goals over time, and hopefully we'll eventually build some real momentum towards them. So it's not like our main focus, but if we build towards it over time, hopefully we'll get there, because that would be nice. But yeah, not priority number one. Twitch is still main focus on that front, which is nice. We haven't had much time to stream this last couple of weeks, but we're still keen.
I had a little family health scare, so then all my sort of time was spent worrying and getting ready to go see family, and then I went to go see family, and then I came back and then we went on holiday. So we've not really had time to stream this month.
Been hectic.
Been catching up on things. So it's like, hopefully we'll get one in this week.
Oh, we'll definitely get some in this week. I've got lots of early shifts.
Normally Founder doesn't work Sunday, so we're filming this on. We film this on Sundays. So normally this is like the great day to do this and stream.
Yep.
But because you're working this time, we haven't had time to do streaming.
Nope.
I could have probably done an art stream. But
day job ruining everything.
The problem, if anyone has been wondering for an update on my art stream, is that I love doing them. However, I do have to have a clear desk. And at the moment, because we're getting ready to move house, I'm like going through all of my belongings. And so every surface is taken up by things being sorted out. So it's hard to move that, get all my art stuff out, put it away, So it will be coming back. I've not given up on it. I've not abandoned it. I love it. I enjoy it. It's just on a pause whilst I go through all my stuff. Once I've done that, I'm back to art. But
That'll
yeah,
be
just
good.
a little.
They were doing really well.
They were
so
doing
it'll be
really
good to get
well.
those
Yeah,
moving
I love
again.
them so much.
For sure.
I've got some painting ideas to do, so
Yeah,
crack on.
can't wait to see them. So speaking of that, what are we doing next? If not necessarily art streams.
What are we doing next? I don't know.
This bit here.
This bit here, sorry. It was like you moved up and down too much, and I was like, I don't know where the point was. So next thing we're doing is some branding for Creative Quest. So you may be noticing, if you're on YouTube today, that we look a little bit different. No, it's not the beautiful glow up. But no, we have a brand new overlay which matches our streaming overlay on Twitch. Just to make everything a bit more cohesive, a bit nicer, a bit more tied together, a bit more professional. Because we sort of didn't do like a brand imagining before starting. We just sort of went, right,
let's go.
So though what we had before wasn't like far off what we have now, it's just a little bit more tidied and put together, a bit nicer, a bit more rounded. So same vibe, just a little bit neater. So that's nice. So we're gonna be in line with that, making some more thumbnails for Creative Quest. So we'll be updating the little icon you see on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff in the little square image, and we'll be also doing thumbnail images for YouTube. So that's great.
That would be good.
And we keep saying it. We've been saying it for 9 episodes now, I reckon. We need to finish doing the Twitch emotes. And we realised the other day that one of them doesn't work.
Yeah.
The text comes up, but the image doesn't. And I don't think it was like that when we tested it, like when we did all of it. I felt like it worked for a few months, and then someone followed with a prime or something the other day, and it only came up with the text. So we have to do some repairing and also just finish doing the other banners.
It's a surprisingly big job, isn't it? It's quite an involved process.
It's really nice that Twitch gives you all these options, but it is also a little bit overwhelming. There's so much you can customize that, like, I'm very grateful that I can make it myself, because I'm not saying it'd be expensive to do through someone else, but at least, like, I've got the time to play around with ideas that I want without having to like pay for something and then decide actually it's not right, or whatever. So I'm grateful I can make it, but then it's also just finding the time to make it. So we need to finish doing that, and that's my designy jobs. What are you doing?
I'm editing more editing.
You love it,
I
really.
love it. I actually do love it.
You do enjoy it. You put your music on.
I haven't had an actual day off for like 2 weeks, because my days off were spent going away last week. So I'm finally getting a day off on Tuesday. I cannot wait. So I'm going to just put some music on and edit all day. It's going to be wonderful. So I'm going to finally go through some of our Bish Bash Bots footage that we took through December and January, and get some of that ready, so we have some extra content lined up alongside Super Mario stuff.
So good.
It was so good. So yeah, that's how I'm spending my Tuesday. So that's all good. Busy, and obviously more Mario editing as well if I get some time, because I'm
We're
still
almost
like
finished with Mario,
I've got
though.
like 3 episodes of advanced time
Buffer.
now, because it's all scheduled up through the start of March. So I've got some time to crack on with the next batch. I think all in all we're going to end up around 20 episodes. I think that's roughly what it's going to be. Maybe 21, depending on how long the super hard levels take. But we
21
shall see.
then if you're doing it at me. Christ.
I can't
we
wait.
the last time we played it, I don't know what was wrong with me that day. I don't know what was wrong with me. I couldn't do it.
You
I
were
could
not on
do
fine
it.
form.
No, I thought, because the time before I'd done much better than I had previously, and then last time I didn't know my left and right.
So
it was
many
terrible.
deaths.
So
many deaths.
I had to get back on it.
It was
I
a
should
good
do
time,
practice when we're not streaming.
Yeah.
I really should practice.
No,
like,
actually, because that'd be less entertaining.
for
Don't do
my
that.
for my own, you know.
Nah, don't do it.
It's
The
terrible.
fails are funny. We need it to be entertaining, so don't practice. So yeah, that's good. We actually completed the game. We've just got these secret bonus levels left.
Yeah, so we're almost,
so
we're almost
I
done
reckon
with
one
actually
more stream,
filming it.
and that's done. That's it.
Yeah.
So
But that's
we'll
nice
do that
because
this week.
then you know how many hours of editing you have. Like at the moment it's been very
Exactly.
open-ended.
Yeah.
As at least now, like you've still got to edit all that content, but you know how much there is to do, so it's like a little bit easier.
Exactly.
Like with Bish Bash Bots, we've already filmed all of it, so
Yeah, it's
like
not
you
too
can
much
just see, and it'll be quicker because you've had all this practice of Mario, so it'll be good.
Exactly.
It'll
I'll
be
try
good.
not to make that one as long anyway, because due to the nature of it, it doesn't have to be as long.
Yeah,
so
when we were
I'll cut a
filming
lot
it, we were
out.
saying that a lot of it is just you, like, upgrading things. Like,
Yeah.
there's no, like,
There's a lot of
chatter
repetition.
sometimes. It's just, like,
Yeah.
you getting to the next phase, so you can kind of skip bits out. So yeah, I think
Exactly.
that'd be a bit easier
So
to
yeah,
be
it'd be a
to
mini
manage.
series. That'd be nice. Really keen. I also want to make a new channel trailer as well, because we haven't updated that yet. So I want to do that. That's also on my to-do list. But other than that, I'm all good. So that brings us towards the end. So,
It's a long
obvious
one today.
question. Yeah. A lot to talk about because we've been so productive and had such a good time. So, what was the highlight of your fortnight?
Going to London. I really needed that break. It was lovely. I enjoyed it. It was brilliant. Travel was easy. Unlike last time with the, like, 4 or 5 hour delay
God,
coming
it was
home.
hellish.
Thanks, Bristol Parkway, for that one.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it was brilliant. I loved it. Nier was amazing. All the cake we ate was amazing. Miniso store in Oxford Street and Camden was amazing. The Bandai Namco shop. Is it Namco or
Namco.
Namco shop in Camden. We've been there before, but we hadn't like used the gacha machines there before, so that was really fun.
That was fun.
Expensive, tenner
Yeah, they're not
for
cheap,
like
are they?
2 goes, but you know, novelty, isn't it? Yeah, the whole thing was really enjoyable. Our hotel was lovely.
Yeah.
Just a nice time. Ate lots of really
Perfect
good food. Just a well-needed break and change of scenery.
Yep.
We've mentioned before, both on Twitch and YouTube, that currently we are not living in one room, but like basically our office and bedroom are merged. So we basically spend all of our time in one room if we're not cooking and eating, which I think is like that's been since September. So it was just nice to just go somewhere else,
Yeah.
and just sort of, and also celebrate like all the house stuff as well. Just
Yeah.
sort of not be an adult working for like a day, because it's been full on.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it was really good. Really needed it, and I feel refreshed. I feel good, and keen to crack on. Keen to get back at it.
Yep.
Good. What was
Agreed.
your highlight of your fortnight?
All of exactly what you just said, but more particularly
Copycat.
to
God,
narrow
so
it down. Oh no,
unoriginal.
don't you worry. I've got a more particular here. So the Nier concert that we went to, a highlight of that in particular was the last song they played was a song called Kaine, which is just an absolutely magical song. It's a song I fell in love with back in 2010 when the game first came out. And it was a really obscure, bizarre game that most people hadn't even heard of at the time. It took years to grow and actually build some status for itself. So I loved that song so much. It really just grabbed me at the time. And for years I would go back and listen to it. And I never thought I'd ever have the chance to hear it live. And then to see it performed by a full choir and orchestra was just breathtaking.
It was
Absolutely
beautiful.
amazing.
It was beautiful. My favourite was The Beautiful Song.
Oh, that was
That
really good
one.
too, yeah.
The vocals in that are so powerful.
Yeah.
But honestly, the whole thing was stunning.
It really is a beautiful song. They named it just perfect.
It is a beautiful song.
Wonderful.
So I'm glad you liked it so much.
Oh, I loved
that
it.
was your little present, wasn't it?
It
Little
was.
gift.
Yeah,
Little
thank you
gift.
for that. It's perfect.
Little golden star in my book.
Oh, that's 3 gold stars, don't you worry. Yep, here you go. Look, I'll give you one that I made earlier.
Little
Here you
golden
go.
star. Thank you.
Oh, perfect. So, yep, that was my highlight. So, if you haven't already, please come and subscribe over on YouTube because we're getting far more active there now. So, now is the time. So, if you've only been listening through the podcasts, by all means, carry on to do that. But if you could also just show us a little love and go and subscribe over on YouTube and check us out there as well. Obviously, you get some extra visual aids through the episodes and you get to see our lovely little faces right on cue.
There's
Lovely,
a thumbnail.
perfect. Yeah. And you get to see Joey as well. Joey shows up. So that would be good. And obviously, you'll get all the notifications for all the latest Mario episodes we do, as well as everything that's coming after that, which we are already eagerly planning. So yeah, that'd be lovely. Come over, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. That would be wonderful. You can also follow us on Twitch and catch us live and hang out and chat anytime you want. All the links for these will be in the show notes as normal. Don't forget, if you have any questions for us or want to talk to us about anything in particular, please feel free to email us at creativequestcontact@gmail.com.
And if you want an incentive to come hang out with us on Twitch, next week we are going to have, well, actually this week when you're listening to this, we're going to have Mr. Dougie Doo with us. We're babysitting Dougie Doo. If you don't know who Dougie Doo is, he is my mum's wire fox terrier.
Oh, I love
who
him.
looks more like a sheep than a dog.
He's
or a
so
cloud.
fluffy right now. He is a cloud.
But he is going to be hanging out with us. He's going to be everywhere, isn't he? We're not
Yeah,
gonna
he'll be making guest
He's going to
appearances
be
for
everywhere.
sure.
So yeah, if you needed the incentive, if Joey wasn't enough, we're going to have Dougie Doo as well.
Yep.
Probably
Double
not
trouble.
together because they don't love each
God,
other.
there'll be
But,
murders on the screen.
It's fine. We can do one at a time.
Yeah,
one at a time.
That sounds sensible. So yeah, perfect. Thank you very much for all your support so far. We are moving forward with our plans, branching out further and further. We've learned so much from this latest step of the journey, and we will be bringing you far more analytics and tips and tricks as we progress with the next phase.
We hope. We hope.
We hope. Yes. So until then, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.